So just got back, got in a quick 9. 90% of the time when I go golfing that early, they'll let me just go off by myself. I was paired up with 3 older guys today, and we all know that old people wake up at 4 in the morning. So I was paired up with them, and I just didn't want to film. I just didn't want to be the guy to, here, let me set my camera up before I take the shot. But I definitely in the future want to start filming more golf, and that's kind of what I want to talk to you about, particularly in this part of the vlog and kind of in the rest of kind of the future of this channel. I'm definitely not straying away from hunting, but I want to combine kind of my 2 passions in life, and that is hunting and golf. Since January, I've been talking about doing the Cameron Hanes inspired run, lift, shoot, and I haven't done it, and we're in May now, and I just have a hard time finding motivation to run, something I do not like. I do like lifting at the gym. I do like going to the gym, but it's hard for me to start. When I go consistently and I start seeing results, I want to get back. I want to just keep doing it. But it's hard for me to just keep doing that. And it's hard for me to wake up and run in the morning before work because I hate running. So why would I want to leave the comforts of my bed to go outside and run? I'm going to try to switch something up, something that's still going to help me get in shape, something that's still, I feel like, going to help me in the long run, especially on the mountain. I talk about all the time how I didn't enjoy hunting last year because I just couldn't hike. It was so hard for me. I was so out of shape. And I feel like this is going to help me in the long run, and that is bringing golf into the mix. And I'll tell you why. So let's get on to the reason this video is called Do I Like Golf More Than Hunting? And I guess the short answer is yes. Hunting is, or golf is probably, it's not my first love. Baseball was always my first love, and it always will be. But golf's always been something I've always loved doing. I was able to do it with my dad, my grandpa. I still do. Actually, the tournament I'm talking about, the tournament I'm going to tomorrow, I'm doing it with my dad and my grandpa. So I just being able to do it with them. I've always golfed. I've golfed my whole life. I've never taken it serious until 2015. 2015 was the time where I looked at my scores. I looked at the potential of my game, and I said, maybe you can make something of this. And I'm not talking about PGA Tour stuff, but I'm talking about maybe improving my game and doing some local tournaments here in Utah. There's tournaments all summer long, and maybe even qualify for the Utah Open, which is a long shot, but you never know. And in 2015, I golfed every single day. When I left work, before I even went home, I went to the golf course, and I just was grinding probably 10, 11 times a week. I was just doing it, and I saw my game improve like crazy. And I was so ready to do tournaments in 2016, and then my son was born, and I'm not blaming anything on him, but I just didn't have time anymore. And in 2016, I didn't golf hardly at all, and the golfing bug in me, the itch to want to go, left, and it's been gone until up to about maybe a month ago when I picked up my clubs again, and I decided to move my schedule around and see what I can do. And I know that like going golfing is going to help me in the long run with hunting, because in 2015, going to the golf course so consistently, I would also want to get in shape so I can be a better golfer. And it was easy for me to get to the gym. It was easy for me to start running because I wanted to see myself improve with golf. When I shoot my bow a lot, I want to get stronger. I want to be able to hold my bow back and just be steady. And I haven't done that. I used to shoot my ball every day, but I'm only shooting it probably once every week and a half or so. And that just doesn't give you motivation to want to get better when you're not doing consistently. So I'm hoping bringing golf into the mix, trying to be a better golfer, trying to maybe even do tournaments within the next year or so. I'm hoping that in the long run it will help me. And so that's why I'm going to bring it in. And instead of doing the Cameron Hanes inspired run, lift, shoot, I'm going to do my own inspired golf, hunt, repeat. I'm kind of sticking with the three topics here, but I might switch it up a bit. But golfing and shooting my bow every day, I think in the long run is going to really help me, because I'm going to see myself improve in both those two categories of which I love, and it's going to want me to be even better. So I will go to the gym. I will start running, and the direction of this channel is going to be, I still want this channel to be me showing you guys that I can get in shape and lose the weight, and then I want to do hunting vlogs, but I also really want to do a little golf vlogs, because the more I do vlogs where I just show you what I do during the day, I'm finding myself that that's more kind of the direction I want to go with this channel, is just do daily vlogs, and not daily vlogs, that's way too much workload, but just vlogging, whether I go hunting, whether I go golf. But I'm going to try to incorporate hunting and golf and do all of them, whether I'm do a full-on 9 holes, 18 holes golf vlog, and then I come home and shoot my bow, or I just go shoot my bow, or maybe go on a shed hunt and then maybe just hit the driving range at the other day. So in no way is this channel moving away from hunting. Hunting is still the number one, but I'm still going to incorporate golf into it too. I really think that's something that I really want to get into, and just keep vlogging because I love it. So I've been rambling for 6 minutes, and I apologize, but I'm actually going to go and trade in my Nikes. I'm going to go see if I can trade in my Nikes for maybe some TaylorMades, because Rory is my favorite golfer and he's very influential. That's why when he was with Nike, that's why I bought all new Nike clubs. Now he's with TaylorMade, so I want to go look at TaylorMades. And I'm looking for a more of a lower handicap blade top iron. Right now mine are just massive cavity backs for high handicap golfers. So that's what I'm going to do. So I think I found something that I want to trade my Nikes in for. I've been looking for a new set of TaylorMades, some tour style blades, and I think I found these RSI 2s. I think these are 2014 models. They got them for $260 right now, so I think I'm gonna pick them up. They swing really nice. I'm getting good launch. I just hit them on a launch monitor, and I'm hitting them pretty well, so I think I'm gonna pick them up. So I ended up walking out with the TaylorMade RSIs. I'm extremely happy. They gave me a lot more money than I was expecting for my my old Nikes, and I think I'm gonna be really happy with these. They're not, I was looking at two different types of clubs. They were both the 2014 models. One was the Tour issue. These ones are not Tour issue, but they are for a lower handicap player, and that's what I'm looking towards to become. My old Nike clubs, they were just really forgiving and for really low handicap golfers, and they were great clubs, but I do feel myself getting better, and I want to learn to shape shots, which I can now do with these. Which shaping shots, for those of you who don't know, shaping shots with a really forgiving fat iron is really, really hard. They're just made to go longer and hit a lot straighter. I'm working on fading, drawing, and I think that these new clubs will help me a lot in the long run. And I also want a less forgiving club, so I think in the long run it'll make me a better player, because I'll have to make better shots and basically learn from my mistakes instead of mishitting and still have my ball fly fairly straight like they did with the Nike. So I'm really happy with them, and the fact that they have $30 a piece shafts on them. They're the KBS Tours 105. Just the fact they have those shafts on them are amazing. So they're in great shape. So I'm gonna go hit a bucket later and try to get ready for this tournament that I'm playing in tomorrow, and we'll see how I play with them. So I'm super happy with them. So as far as my complete set of clubs go, I think I'm pretty much done. Right now I've got, as far as my woods goes, I got the hybrid 3-wood and driver in the Nike Covert Tour 2.0. Love those woods. Love the driver. They're all shafted how I want. I fit them to myself. And my wedges are the Titleist SM5s, which I also love. I do want to reshaft them. I would like to put a higher quality shaft on those, and they need to be regripped. That's another thing with these irons, these new irons. The grips are, they're old, so I need to regrip them. They've got the Golf Pride Tour Velvet on them, which is a lower end grip. I like to use the Golf Pride multi-compound New Decade. That's what I got on my club, so I'm going to put those on those irons. So I'll probably do that within the next month or so. But all in all, I am super happy with these clubs, and I hope they improve my game, or hopefully I can improve my game using a lower handicap-ish golf club. So me and Easton are going to go get something to eat, and after that we're going to shoot my bow a little bit. So I'll see you guys in a second.
So if you guys have been following my videos recently, my basement is in the process of getting finished, and we've got it sheetrocked and painted. All the electrical is done. So now, got our tile. We're just waiting to get the tile done. Still waiting on some guy to do that. The guy we were gonna have do it decided to try to charge us $1,000 more than what he quoted us. So we booted him out the door, and we'll be looking for someone else. So what I'm doing today is just a modified French tune. I've got my setup here. I've got basically a paracord going straight down on my target, weighted with something heavy so that stays nice and level. And I'm going to be standing at 3 yards and shooting until I basically split that string. And then to get the left and right, I'll be changing my sight. Once I split the string, I'll be moving back to about 10 yards. And on my left and right, so I'll be adjusting my rest. I've had my bow for about a month now, and I'm only at this process because I've just been making sure to get this thing so fine-tuned, because this is my favorite setup I've ever had. Not just because it's a new bow, but because every accessory I have on it, I love. And I'm probably going to be using it for a good long time. I finally found a sight and a rest I really, really love. So I want to get everything on my bow perfect. So when I get everything perfect, I don't have to touch it ever again. That's one of the big problems with all my setups I've had. I will get my setup shooting good, and then I will want to change something. So I'm taking a lot of time on this bow just so I can know for sure that I don't want to do this process all over again, because I love it so much. So that's what I'm going to be doing as a modified French tune. So little to the right. Went a little too far. There we go. So that string for that big old line of my target. Let's see where impact point was. Right there. I don't know if you can see that. Didn't split the arrow, but the force on the tape measure, as holding as the weight, completely snapped that. That just shows you how much energy is in a freaking arrow. That's ridiculous. All right, on to 10 yards now. The reason I like French tuning more is because you're doing such small adjustments to your rest that I feel like it gives it way more fine tuning than if you're walk back tuning at 40 yards and you need to move your arrow. I feel like when you're that far out, you can't really judge where your arrow's hitting because wind can play a factor, target panic can play a factor. That's why I'm only here at 9 yards. So if I know I put a perfect arrow on it, so I can definitely see where my arrow hit, and then use this micro adjust that's on this rest and really just fine tune it. I still am going to do a walk back tune later just to see that everything is in line. But that's why I prefer French tuning. I feel like it's a lot more perfectly fine or perfectly refined. So I hit a little right on my target. So unlike my sight, I'm going to go away from my arrow. So anytime you're adjusting your sight, you want to follow your arrow. Anytime you're adjusting your rest, you want to move away from my arrow. So since my arrow hit right, I want to move my rest to the left. And I've done a French tuning video. I will leave the description below because I go into a lot more detail. But in this kind of just vlog, I'm just shooting just to shoot for the video. So I'm still kind of trying to teach you, but there's a lot more details in the video below. And we're gonna find out if the micro adjust feature on this rest is worth the extra money. I went way too far. And that's the reason I like French tuning. I barely moved a windage mark on this rest, and I was probably an inch and a half to the right. So I went way too far. That's really why I like French tuning a lot more. That was close. I moved the string, which means I was touching it. I'm gonna shoot one more. If I'm touching it again, I'm gonna call that good. But I like to, when I'm tuning, I like to shoot multiple times to see if I get the same result. So like I said, if I'm touching that string again, I'm probably going to leave it alone. Jerk just a little bit, I'm gonna shoot one more. I keep talking about it, but one day when I do get back to the gym, one thing I do want to work on is strengthening my back muscles and everything so I can hold my bow a lot longer. I'm shot probably 15, 20 arrows, and it's getting really hard for me to hold my bow, and I just, it sucks. It sucks. I gotta get back to the gym. I think I got it. Kill confirmed. I'm gonna tighten everything up and French tuning is finished.
Hey.
Yeah. So, Easton just woke up. It is 6:28. The jazz game starts in 2 minutes. So I think I'm gonna go to Starbucks and get me a drink for the night, and then we're going to hopefully not watch the Jazz lose.
I did not realize this video was going on 20 minutes. I'm gonna end it right there. I apologize. Tomorrow, getting my butt out of bed. I'm going golfing right before I go to work. Going to group 2 my arrows during my lunch break, and hopefully we can get me back healthy again. So anyway, I hope you guys have a good one, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.